What's going on, y'all? You already know what it is. It's your boy. Welcome to Hip Hop Insights. I want to get into a little something about French Montana. French Montana showed something to me, and now I'm showing the world. This is my story about him growing up in the South Bronx. This man was a legend. This man was great. This man was dope. Grew up on the South Bronx. Some say Mount Eden, some say Tremont, some say Mount Haven Projects, but I say Mount Haven Projects and Tremont because that's where I met him. And when I met him, French Montana was a dope dude. You know what I'm saying? I met him, I remember rapping because I used to always be in the Bronx rapping around ciphers, around Cuban links, you know, um, rest in peace, Big Pun. Um, they were on Interville. Other people was on Fox, Axel, um, rest in peace, Fred the Godson. And when French Montana made a way around the South Bronx, and his name was already buzzing back then, he had what you call Cocaine City DVD, and he started his right after Smack DVD. What French Montana would do is bring up a lot of the Bronx natives, a lot of Bronx legends, actual street legends that was in the Bronx and that came from the birthplace of hip hop, and that Pee Wee Kirkland, a few other names. And as I saw him riding around, I remember French had the Charger, and back then, the Charger was a big thing. And I'm talking in 2002, 2001, things like that. And French always had a Charger. He would ride around with a nice Charger, nice car. And what he did was I was always rapping in ciphers, and I can't recall who told him that I could rap or who put him on and told him that I spit and everything. But that definitely got around town, and when he heard about me, I believe I met him over there on Park Avenue near Fordham Road. If anyone know the Bronx area, North Bronx near Fordham, East Fordham Road, up there on Park Avenue, right there near Webster. I believe 188th and Park. I met him up that way, and we had a long night. I was young. I was probably about 11 years old. I believe French was 19. His name wasn't French Montana then. His name was Young Frenchy, and then he changed it to Young French, and then later on it became French Montana. But I rapped to him, and he told me rap again, and I spit about 3 or 4 rhymes, and from there he noticed like, wow, there's something in him, and he told me, he said, yo, you got something in you, man. It's something that's dope, and told me to take his number down, take his information, and from there I took his information, and every time that he would be in the Bronx, the South Bronx. Like he would drive all over, but every time he was out there and it was a cipher or something, I would hear from him. And back then we had little Nokia phones, the phones that could bleep and stuff like that. So he would bleep, and I would meet him somewhere, and we'd be in a cipher and everything like that. As time went on, French became a household name. French started blowing up on DVDs, and his DVDs were coming out, and he was moving like fast in the streets, and people would hear about him all over. And I remember one of his first big records that he did was with Jadakiss. It was called New York Minute, and when New York Minute dropped, that thing hit the streets. It was so much people listening to New York Minute, and it was crazy, man. It was like a dream come true because it was like you seeing somebody that you always was in front of, that you always know that you could be like that as far as music. You could come up like that as far as music. My dad taught me never to be jealous of someone because whatever they got, you can always get, and never um, hate or get envious or feel like I'm big headed or anything because God could always take that away. So I always had a vision, and and to see him with his first record, it wasn't big, it wasn't on the radio, it wasn't crazy, but it was big in the streets. It was platinum in the streets. It might have not sold how units and streaming services. This is a different era, but that New York Minute was the one of the first big records by Jadakiss that took off, and And I was looking at him, I said, wow, if he did it, so can I. So can I. I could make it the same way. And from there, I never gave up, man. I never gave up. And I watched him over the years blow up. I watched him make Shot Caller. I watched him get signed to P. Diddy. I watched him meet Rick Ross. But before I get into all that, it was Rick Ross that he was around first. But French had to leave. French couldn't stay up here in New York. French had to go down south, and New York wasn't really recognizing him like that. He had to leave and go to Atlanta. Um, and he had got signed, I believe, management wise with Debbie, which was Waka Flocka mother at the time. And Debbie was definitely holding it down for the New York. She had put Nicki Minaj on, and Nicki was down there doing her thing too. And I believe everybody in New York at the time had a DJ, and they had a DJ. They couldn't come out there and do the music just offhand. You had to have a DJ, and you had to come in through somebody. At that time, Pat Poose had K Slay. Um, I believe Fab had Clue, and uh, Uncle Murder had Green Lantern, and it was a bunch of other people, etc., etc. But French Montana climbed the back door. He came in through. He had his DVD, Cocaine City, and by the time Volume 10 came, he was already created. He built a buzz in the streets. He was hot. But then he would add his music at the end, so people would be looking like, wow, this dude make music as well. As well as that, he wound up going down south because that was the biggest he could get. He got the biggest to Connecticut, to out here, to PA, to these little places, and was making money. When he left and went down south, Deb, Waka Flocka mother, blew up him and Nicki Minaj. That's when he jumped on, I believe, her son record, um, Chopper Down, and created Chopper Down. Then when he created Chopper Down, what happened was that song took off out there and it blew up while he was at ATL, and it came all the way to New York. And then people started embracing him from New York. But me watching him come up all of these times definitely inspired me. I was able to look at him in a different light. I was able to see it as that could be me musically. That could definitely be me. And still to this day I'm watching his growth, and God created something, and God got me multi-talented. God let it be where I could also rap, and I could create content around the favorite artists that I love. And that's one of the things that I do. I create content around the artists that I love. French Montana is definitely an inspiration to me, and a big story that came up in my life. It's a bunch of artists that I got, and when y'all hear this is not only the first artist that done this. There's plenty of artists. I got other artists that's on the top of the list that I'm gonna do, but this is for the new year 2025. So if French Montana did it, so can I. You know, make sure y'all like, y'all share, y'all subscribe, y'all comment, y'all hit the notification bell to see more. And comment below and let me know what y'all think about me sharing these stories about French Montana, and what would y'all like to see done in the future, and who would y'all like to see me talk about. Because trust me, it's a lot of names that I'm going to drop that's artists that I definitely could relate with, and I vibe with, and that I love, and that I could tell stories about, and that I could share my experience on. And also the ones that inspire me. And those may inspire you. So let me know what y'all think about this. I know y'all love the music, y'all love hip hop. This is my channel, Hip Hop Insights. This new year, 2025. I wish everyone a great and happy New Year's. And I know Christmas passed, but Merry Christmas as well. And let's work. The goal to this year is to build up to 100K subscribers in 2025. 100K subscribers. And the only way I could do that is with you guys. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Tell me what you think. Tell me what artists you think I should speak on next. Who should I share on? Who do y'all feel is dope? Who got the vision? And we're gonna take it from there. And that's how we on it. Hip Hop Insights. We out.